You scream ye. Hello, I believe it's the first time I've seen you here. How are you doing? The stream's only just started. I'm just getting seated in my chair. How are you doing this fine, it's evening for me. Changing the lighting of my room to be more purple for the atmosphere. Not that you guys can see that. I'm doing that on my own. Alrighty. I can see chat on my phone. The music's a little too loud. I'm losing my mind. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. That's not staying. Don't worry. Don't worry. That was just the starting soon screen music. I just kept that on so you guys wouldn't be bored. Alright, turn my switch on. Number one, Gary. I assume you're excited for Raincode. So Emily, what do you think? Haven't been here for so long. Oh, you have been here. I'm sorry I didn't remember you. Hey Mochi, how's it going? Anyways, what's the recap of Miss Lustbud? We went into the Mystery Labyrinth. And we just went through a few deductions. I don't remember them all. Sorry, I was fixing my model. I don't remember them all too precisely. They'll probably all come back to me. Sorry. They'll probably all come back to me, like, as we play. Ooh, follow age, 1 year and 9 months. Jeez! You have been here a while. Well, welcome back, ye. Hope you comfy. Going well, how's it going for you? Good, good. I've just been investigating what it'll take to get a motorcycle license, so I'm excited about that. I'm doing the research for it because cars are expensive. So I figured, I'll get a scooter. I won't get a proper motorcycle because those are also expensive and a little less convenient. But I'm thinking of getting a moped, like a scooter. Then I'll actually be able to leave my town because there's no public transport here. Last time I was watching you was Persona 5. Like, oh yeah, that was ages ago when I was playing that. I gave up on streaming that for a while because my capture card wasn't playing nice with it. I love a Vespa. My mother said no though, so I gotta listen to mother. Aw, that sucks. I'm a full grown ass woman, so I can do what I want. So even if my dad said no, he wouldn't be able to stop me. But yeah, it does suck when you are limited by the reins of your parents. I think it probably was P5 if that's how you're remembering it. Alright, I did test out the volume of the game, so it should be good, but you guys let me know if it's not. Where was my thing? It was my thing that lets me see the game. There it is. Wait, no, I won't have it in full screen. I'll have it windowed. There we go. I mean, I could too, but I love my mother way too much. Yeah, I can imagine your mother being pretty worried because it is a bit more dangerous than a car. If you're not careful, if you take the time to get lots of practice and are careful, then you can be pretty set. But it is more dangerous than a car. How's everyone been? I've been good. I've already explained how I've been. I need to put my glasses on. Hope you can have fun. You sure, Emily? Me too. Oh no, my glasses are smudged. I'll start the game anyway. I hate it when my glasses are smudged. Don't mind me, I'm unfogging my glasses. I had a stupid scratch in my glasses a few weeks ago because I dropped them and it slid down the zipper of my jacket and the zipper scratched them. It was very heartbreaking.
It's sealed off here too.
Oh, hi. Hi, Vivia. I don't remember how we got here. Hold on. I'll put it on order.
Hey! There's an intercom!
Oh yeah, it scratched the lens. I can't really see it when I'm wearing it, thank goodness. But it's visible when I take them off. And you can probably see them when you're looking at me. Not that you can see me, but
Wait.
There we go.
Wait. Who are you?
Glasses are unfingerprinted.
Somebody come help me!
Yeah, it's there forever unless
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was
get
attacked?
a lens replaced or something.
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized.
Emily, did you just cast manual breathing and blinking on me? How dare you? Ooh. Okay, gotta pay attention. Now you was directed at who?
So the question is, who did the doctor say, who are you, to?
I don't think you're gonna have much time to read that, Vivia. I think you should... You're putting in extra effort. You're gonna have to just get back up.
Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
I don't think you're gonna get much reading done, buddy. Armor pound, maybe. I think that's the twist answer, because you'd normally think, oh, it was the culprit, of course. But we know that Armor Pal was there, so I think maybe it was Armor Pal.
At this point in time, you still hadn't borrowed Amapal, yes? And Amapal itself has an alibi.
Really? Okay, am I back? 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 We're back. Yes, okay, cool. It was just a blip. It was just a blip of disconnecting. Hold on just a second. I need to take off my headband. It's making my headphones fit weird now that I put on my glasses. I hate that. I hate that I can't wear 3 things in my head at once. What does society come to? So you guys didn't miss anything. I didn't continue the dialogue.
However weird it may be to talk about a robot having an alibi. And normally, I don't believe anyone would shout out, "Who are you?" to a robot.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Culprit.
I can certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point? I considered all the various
Alright.
possibilities,
How you going?
but I couldn't figure out a way to get past the security. If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the doctor's lab at this point. Which means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, walk of shame to the last option. Yay, I got it on the first try.
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we found the right answer?
Guess who's doing calculus right now? Oh, your poor soul.
Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
Is he stupid?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right? And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
He was just crazy.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
Dementia.
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
Shinigami, are you stupid?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Duh.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
You practice being dead all the time, baby, or you can wake up for a minute. Is this really the right path? I got a bad feeling about this. You really plan on going forward? Oh, fine. Alright.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was
The
thinking?
venting!
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
Oh?
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why.
I didn't even consider that. Why on earth would
We
he
have
do
to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
Crazy if true. Why would he do that? What did the doctor have to gain? What was he afraid of losing?
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around.
No.
Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way?
Get out of here.
Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, he said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
We can't do that!
Oh, the stinky winky.
If he's trying to block our path, Then this route must be important.
Also, Vivia, please put on an actual shirt instead of just wrapping yourself in bandages. I am begging you.
Fine.
It looks so odd.
I'm only here because you maggots pissed me off.
And like, wouldn't that take like way more effort? Like, I thought he was about not wanting effort.
So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Oh goody, I love these sections so much. Okay, the photo is
This was all part of the doctor's plan?
What's the photo? Okay, a photo of a young man and woman. I believe that photo is related more to Yako, so it'll be this one, I think. I've been distracted by the spinner thing on my screen for 10 minutes. Good, that's what I'm there for.
He didn't have a plan at all! That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act! There was no reason to put on a show.
Okay.
The doctor misunderstood.
Wait, I didn't recall what the email was. The email records of Dr. Wesker and Anonymous. There were regular communication between them, and until recently, according to the records, Dr. Wesker was planning to escape from Connor Ward. Okay.
You probably don't know this. Wesker put his soul into his work.
Oh.
The research was going well.
Okay.
The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
No, that's wrong.
No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward.
Mm-hmm. Tell him, Yuma.
He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. Exploding the little pinky shaped guys. And then please don't come back. Please, 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 please. Please, someone else. Someone else
Yumi's
that's
rebuttal. What was that?
Is the audio cable of capture card well plugged in? Are you guys not hearing the game? For realsies? What about now? Are you guys hearing the game now? Yeah, but in a weird way. Huh. Hold on. No, I unplugged my headphones. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll turn it back down. Okay, I'm gonna activate and deactivate the capture card. I can hear it fine. Oh wait, are you hearing it layered? If that's the case. There. Does it sound better now? Okay, yeah, it was the layered issue. I thought I fixed that. Damn it. Hate that so much. Nice. Do I need to turn it up now? Now that I turned down one of the layers? I'll turn it up a little bit. There. Let me know if like the dialogue or the music is too loud.
What was he trying
too
to
quiet.
deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Now it sounds normal? Great. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know, Mochi.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu, and whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
Protecting himself from Yomi? Yomi killing him? Can Yomi be the culprit, please? Can we kill Yomi, please? Oh. Oh, I love this location.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
I love sanitized high security lab areas so much.
Which means this is a complex problem.
If I ever sorry, my voice is a little croaky. If I ever make a Nova lore thing, it'll be set in a lab like this for sure.
We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
How did the doctor plan to escape Canary Ward?
As always.
In a food cart. I remember someone mentioned it, and in like passing, he wanted to leave in a food cart. Swapping places, blackout, terrors, bombing. I guess swapping places would be it. The stored food. What? Not really? Oh no, look at all that health I took.
This is bad.
Oh no.
This isn't the right solution key?
Calm down, Master, and check the contents of each solution key.
Only the doctor knew the details of the plan, so it should be in his notes.
Alright. A notebook found on the doctor's desk, the diagrams of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this will cause clothes and skin to melt, ignoring the victim on reference. What was the doctor trying to do? What?
This is bad.
How would
This isn't the right solution key?
Calm down, Master.
Only the doctor knew the details of the plan.
What is? What did? Huh? I don't know. We gotta clean up the cat's litter box? Okay, see you, Emily. I probably won't solve this by the time you're back. Start a terrorist bombing. No. I was kinda thinking about like the plan of the bombing.
This isn't the right solution.
Calm down.
Alright,
Only the doctor knew the...
Stop. Just stop. I have plenty of health. It's fine. I could probably try everything twice. Dang it.
This is bad. This isn't the...
Calm down.
I don't even
Only the
remember
doctor
what
knew
I
the detail.
chose there. What did I choose there? Okay. Blackout. Places. Did I try this already? Oh, I didn't. Okay. How was the... Huh? It melts your skin off.
Oh, the door
Oh, he was
actually
gonna-
opened.
So he was gonna kill
I knew I
someone.
could
and
let
stuff
Yuma
like
handle
this.
it.
Okay. Why would he use acid for that? To make them unrecognizable. Okay, I get it now. Alright.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
I didn't at all follow that. How would... Huh? What does that mean, Shinigami? What? what? Why would that make him a phantom? Am I brain dead right now? Am I like just not getting things?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu.
I understand this now.
The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
I get what the game's telling me, but like, I feel like Yuma is jumping to conclusions here. Like, seeing that he was had notes on sulfuric acid and jumping to the conclusion that he was going to pour at someone and swap, with that person. I feel like we've skipped a few steps there. You agree with me? Okay, cool. I feel like I'm a little bit crazy.
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
Again, I understand what you're saying and I believe it, but I feel like we needed a few more steps to believe that organically.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid?
Oh my god, that's so Breaking Bad.
Yay! So cool and grotesque! So who was the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman.
Oh?
The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this
Sorry about
so-called
my mic.
first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
Oh, that dastardly man. He was gonna gas us.
He was trying to lure Master?
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up.
That's not nice.
So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system,
That's not very nice at all.
and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
I didn't really think that was funny. I pity
Well,
laughed. I'm
he
sorry.
couldn't have
Shikari.
used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence.
This place is cool.
He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
What does that say? Nothing. It's just hieroglyphs that I can see. Oh, I think that's meant to be maths. Little problem. Yuma is short. I think the doctor was short too, if I remember right. He was like a small old man. But he was like also
So
much
if I
wider.
didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab,
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
Whoa.
Aw, so close.
Shinigami, I didn't know you felt that way about skellies.
you want that?
The doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
He wasn't boom killed, he was stab killed. Boom killed is like with a shotgun.
Assuming the attack on the
what
doctor was just
skeleton
an act
you
when we saw
heard,
through the
Yenja?
intercom.
We know her type now. Hello, Deirdre. How are you doing? How's work?
we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
I don't know. What am I, detective? Hey yo, everybody. Can't get any flatter than bones. Oh, what is this?
Where are we?
This is cool.
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point!
Aw,
So, is that your final answer?
this is a nice gimmick.
I haven't said anything yet!
The culprit entered the lab before Amapal.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death!
Gulp.
We're at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
Um. I'm gonna say no. I don't actually really know what surezies, but I'm gonna guess no. Oh, no, okay, I guess it was yes.
When I directed Amapel to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him.
Okay.
Which means he was murdered before Amapel entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer?
Life or death, she says. No consequences for wrong answer.
Is correct!
Good job, thanks. I got it first try.
Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
What do you mean, what is she talking about? You've seen a game show. Just go with it. Play along. Let her have her fun. It's a very unique circumstance.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapel entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The
That
culprit
was a
had to have
big
entered
gap
the
of
lab then.
time.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapel.
The events.
She said no one entered or left the lab.
I guess it was the vents. I don't actually. I'm not confident. It's been too long since I last played this. Oh my goodness, it's a circus. Oh my goodness, it's a lab. That made me suddenly want to watch Twin Peaks. I haven't seen it before, but I know that I know that there's a scene in Soul Eater that references
We're
Twin
back
Peaks
on the
that
original
looks
path.
like that. So, but because that floor reminded me of Soul Eater, and I know that Soul Eater scene is a reference to Twin Peaks, it makes me want to watch Twin Peaks. Just plant evidence and make up your own story. Oh my goodness, why haven't I just been doing that? That would be so much easier.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
And
I'm sure
everyone
that from
knows.
here on out, it's not just about
Vivian, shut
when,
up.
but also how
Vivian.
the culprit got in.
Everyone knows that everything I say is always objectively correct, so whatever conclusion I come to will always be the right one, so I don't even really have to think about it or be guilty about the choices I make.
Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
We. This is a life or death scenario, baby. I think we need to push ourselves a little bit.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Oh. Where was the culprit before the crime? In the walls!
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in,
on a Christmas tree with
this
his hair
route will
curl.
be clear too.
I wonder how firm it is. I wonder how strong his hair curl is.
Do you know where, Yuma?
Does he use hairspray to harden his little hair curl so it's like an actual little hook that could save him if he falls off a cliff one day, and it hooks him by like the typical branch that's always sticking out from the cliff? Where was the culprit before the crime was committed? Okay, so this is the first gas chamber, and then this is the decontamination, and then this is like the ventilation room. And then this was the electric panel room that I got first try, no cheating. Unlike what some would argue. And then that's the lab. I think he was hiding in the vents in this room. No! No, look at all that health I lost. Isn't that a gas spray? It's almost for the then is this a vent room? Oh no, he was in the vents in this room. No. What? Also, this blood on this piece of paper is far too aged, so it looks like poopy. Isn't it possible to go further because it's supposed to shut up? Fine, it was here. What?
At least one detective was always in the front chamber, yet
Right.
It's supposed to- Okay, I can't select outside the zone. I didn't cheat.
as long as the security was still live, no one could enter the doctor's room, don't you think?
Haven't I pressed it everywhere?
Yes. Here.
Oh my god, finally. Have fun at the gulag.
Must have been here.
It's taking me centuries to finish this quiz right now. It involves trigger. I hate trigonometry. I hate all maths.
Yay! It opened!
Yippee!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapel, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock
One
is
of
the
my
only
eye-itchy.
location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
The hallway was decontamination, and then it just goes to another gas chamber. Okay, what's next?
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Wheat?
Yeah. The culprit
What?
was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapel into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapel to the doctor's lab.
Oh no, the yawns are starting.
So the culprit
I've barely
entered
been
the
streaming
doctor's
for
lab
50
before
minutes.
then? How would that be possible? Only Amapel could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Or why is it
Maybe the
crumbling?
culprit used another Amapel unit.
No, the researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it?
Used it as leverage to
There's
get
no
to the
solving the
vents.
doctor's murder until we figure that out.
He was in the vents.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Shut up.
Nope, motion denied.
You need to spend some time awake, dude.
Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
It's fine. Other culprit, you use it as a stool.
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're
Hold on,
definitely
my-
getting
My
closer to the
butt
heart of
hurts.
this
I
mystery.
need to fix my seating. He obviously used it as a stool to get into the vents. As I thought. I'm the smartest.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Mm-hmm. Big brain, I'm winning again.
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon, and the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock will destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
A stepping stool, it had a footprint on it.
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
Oh my god. The kill using the vents is like the one thing I'm like holding on to.
Huh? That was the wrong answer? Come on, Master!
What? No. No.
Huh? We're...
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
Aw.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Who was the culprit before the crime?
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
I hope not.
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapao. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Oh, you poor thing.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at how did the culprit use Amapao? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapal was used?
Oh, what happened? What Emily? What did you do? Emily, where did all my hair go? Emily, what did Sigma? Emily, where did my hair go? You want to see if it did what it said? And look what happened. I'm bold now. Then you can be bold. I can't be bold. You boldened me. I'm stuck bold until my head grows back. Thanks, Emily. Superheroing. That's true. Yes, you can. Alright. Onwards.
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
How are you able to talk so steadily while your head's being shaken around?
The culprit did something to Amapel?
He has tattoos under those bandage thingies. I want to see what they are.
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them.
One of them kind of looks like a safety pin.
Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange.
Agree with Emily. Thank you. I like my earrings too.
Hey! Now that you mention it, back then...
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapel sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
This isn't how it played out. I was playing through all the sounds.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized.
Again, I was playing the keyboard and the bell and the trumpet and the siren at this time. This is not how it played out.
There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapel. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them.
That's true.
Perhaps there is more you're overlooking.
You're close to
Was there anything else
100K? God
unusual?
damn. I don't even have anything that costs that much, Emily.
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapel's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange?
Drink this right now, I'll pour it on the floor and I'll blame it on you.
Hold on. My water's on the floor. Hold on. I need to use my foot to get it. Alright. Sorry you guys can't hear the redeems right now. I had to turn them down so the game audio would be okay. 31K here? God man. Alright. I don't think I'll be playing any console games during spooky months, so all the redeem sounds will be normal during them.
The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapel, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapel to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it,
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off?
Magic.
How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapel's camera?
Ghost.
hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
Magic. Will the Scary Horror Game Project Sekai make a comeback? Not for October, no. But my phone is much more capable of playing Project Sekai now. We are going to be playing a few horror games. We are going to be playing... I'm going to make an attempt at playing the first Silent Hill. I've already tried that out a little bit on my own. Probably going to make a return to Yomawari 2. Gonna play the funny FMV game Harvester. And anything else I basically feel like playing, because I don't want to force myself to stick to a plan too hard, or I'll go, I don't want to do that, and then I'll get sad. I have to have that element of improv, or I'll get sad.
A single answer?
Because I don't like sticking to plans.
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Oh, it was culprit for the crime. How did the culprit use armor power? Why doesn't the culprit appear on the camera? What goes on propels malfunction in the airlock?
What did you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
Uh-oh.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Weak?
Culprit's location. Amapel's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
Well, that's convenient. It's transportation. Culprit jumped on it. Because they are on top of the head.
I got it!
Easy
The
peasy.
culprit rode on Amapel's head, using it as a method of transportation.
I'm the smartest.
The door opened!
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Will you stop?
Absolutely. I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
We have to go forward anyway. We are stuck in this labyrinth until we solve the mystery. We'll just die. You're such a stinky bobinky, Vivia.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapel. What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapel and used it to get through. After we left Amapel in the
Ooh,
airlock,
3D.
the culprit came out
Wait,
of
the
the
whole game's 3D.
decontamination device.
But the game doesn't feel 3D.
Then they jumped on Amapel's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
I knew there was a plot reason for it being able to withstand the weight.
The shoe print on Amapel's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through
The
the lab.
culprit should have wiped their shoes down so they wouldn't leave a footprint.
You're right. If it's true, then it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
We'll get there when we get there. Oh, it's Arabahaki. It's the guy that reflects physical. In Shin Megami Tensei.
What's with that huge sigh?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
But that means we're almost at the end.
This case's greatest mystery?
Ooh.
This This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
Huh? When did the culprit get off Amapel? At the lab, right?
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Was it not at the lab?
Beats me.
When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? While opening the door. Before opening the door. When going through the door. I would guess going through the door. What? Oh no, cause he hid in the vent. Before opening the door. What? Oh, okay. Alright. What I envisioned is before it opens the door, he gets off and then goes and scurries into the vent. But I guess it was while the door was opening. And it's gonna cut back to a piece of evidence that
The culprit murdered the doctor
I
before
forgot.
Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point.
I confused the timeline in my head. Never mind, my mistake.
It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through,
Did he have
the
to go like
culprit
that?
hopped off and went inside.
Could have just like backed down and then like hung onto the door as you like scooted around it without stepping on any of the electric panels. Like it wouldn't have been that hard. I don't think you had to vault over the door.
Like this?
I'll choke him. What is that shape that glitch is forming? Not you again.
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Get this guy out of here.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Wart, protecting it from filth like you!
Shut up. Get this guy out of here. Focus 14 hours design. Okay, so turn back time was used while controlling armor panel. Armor panel is starting as many pages. The end of its arms are bowl shaped for safety, while extending or retracting an arm. The controls for the camera and body do not function. Okay. Making use Yomi is even more painful inside the level.
culprit hopped
I
off
don't know.
Amapel as the
I
door
feel like
opened.
he had quite a few terrible
slipped through the gap in
moments
the
out
door.
in the labyrinth.
That's impossible even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Can't do that. He can't do that. He can't do that.
Amapel is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
That's right.
you little maggots, don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
Go back to the castle, the wreck you at, or whatever.
I get it. So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
I love when you mentioned that word.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
That won't be a while. Just
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design.
I
And even
think
the direction
he
the
was the
door
one that
opens.
mutilated.
Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
Yummy. Because he wanted to execute him for wanting to leave.
I guess you can call it an obsession.
And he's a pretty obsessed guy.
How scary. Just like this passageway.
This passageway is pretty cool, I think.
Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession in full display? A room of nightmares?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Oh?
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right? If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
He was deaf.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the
He
back.
was deaf. He didn't hear
That piece
nothing.
of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
Listen to my incredible words of wisdom.
My hair is tickling me. Hold on. I need to settle this once and for all of my hair. Maybe I need to blow my nose. Wisdom. More like wisdom. Whoa, yeah. Oh, that was such a funny joke. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. I wouldn't. I'm not trying to make this joke last forever. I'm just putting my headphones back on. Yeah. Wow, I love it. Whoa, that was such a funny joke. Whoa.
Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit!
Ugh.
Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
I wouldn't have a problem with this guy. Like, if he was written well. Like he's, like, the character here is meant to be scary and intimidating and like a real obstacle, but like, I just see a petulant child. That's all I see here. This is like a teenager's writing. It's very obnoxious. It's like every other character in this game is fine, and then he's Jeff the Killer.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent!
I don't have any keys.
Full of inconsistencies! By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
That's true.
That's all impossible!
Hold on, we'll wait until we see all of the things.
Master!
Okay, yeah, we'll repel the stuff
Damn it!
behind thing.
Your deduction is inconsistent!
It isn't.
It's full of inconsistencies!
No, it's not.
By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
Yes, it would.
That claim doesn't hold up!
Because he's dead. He wouldn't hear the door open or hear the guy coming.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Yes, he couldn't have because he was deaf.
The culprit.
It's gonna be that one.
Brick quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder.
He could have.
Running is noisy.
No. Dang it.
Say,
Yeah.
I was too hasty.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
It sure is.
So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
No. It's because he's deaf. Which one do I propose? Didn't shoot him facing
That's
Wasn't
right.
the doctor deaf? Yeah, he was. So let
The
me
culprit quickly entered
say
the
that.
lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
I was about to fall asleep.
Okay. Okay, so it wasn't a fluke.
say.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Yep, okay, it is this one.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
Sure is.
So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit.
No, I didn't.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
Nuh-uh.
Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
Nope.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
There we go.
Oh, this is the truth.
No. I was just impatient. I should have heard the entire spiel before I decided what to slash.
Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
I was sipping a water.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate.
I've been filling it pretty well.
Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
Okay. I think we're doing
What?
pretty well.
I refuse to see the truth?
He's just saying things, Yuma.
Vivius said the same thing. But
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
Huh?
huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
I think it's pretty clear it's leading up to Yomi.
That's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? That would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, The reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Reluctance for what?
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth. That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
Vivia's 3D model, we can't see it like anymore, but like Vivia's 3D model makes his two like piercings under his eye look like moles.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Hey!
See, like they're meant to be piercings, and you can see that they're like a silverish color in his profile image. But when we get to the 3D model, they look more like moles.
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
I don't.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we?
Huh?
The culprit took advantage of Amapal's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapal while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the
My nose
airlock
won't stop
to
itching.
hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
He's a member
What?
of Amaterasu. It's not hard.
We already told you that. The culprit rode on top of Amapal as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
The robot. He was on top of the robot.
Oh.
This is the end for you! You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on! Why now?
I won't let you maggots
What do they
ruin
mean?
the
He was
peace
on
of
top
Kanai
the
Ward!
robot. I need to take my glasses off again. He was on top of the robot. If the robot wasn't getting shocked, he wouldn't be getting shocked either. I don't see what they mean.
As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Okay.
Perhaps this too is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth?
'Cause he did it.
Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck! You'll never find it.
This Kekil thing had me at stun lock for real. I cannot imagine being in your position, Ray.
You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice.
We're making decent progress. I don't see why everyone's been such a Debbie Downer for.
You'll rot away, looking for an answer that will never come!
Alright. I know there's a shape somewhere in that glitching. Beside This one trades security log, Fubuki Forte.
Keep
There are several limitations. We can't do nothing when we're a ghost. We can only look at stuff. Security log. The last time was disabled. It's 90 days ago. And Fubuki used her forte. Okay, let's just see. Let's just see what.
playing with your
These are-
shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
I'll leave it for now. Ow.
Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
How did the culprit break through the panel chamber?
But
When you released that Omnipol has a civil security system, didn't you notice anything else we didn't have? Think hard.
that's right.
As far as the panel chamber goes,
Keep playing with your...
no. An owl.
shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery.
I was about to fall asleep.
How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
No.
There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit.
Security system?
No living human can reach it.
No, not that one.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way human could stand on transferring that strong. Did the culprit really get with it? Trying to get back to There's
maybe.
power outage.
Keep playing.
Power outage.
Playing with your shit deductions.
Stay
You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live.
Oh, come on.
Say,
Alright, so importantly, we used Fubuki,
Keep
but like, culprit didn't have access.
playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery. How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
I'll slash through this mystery.
Well, Fubuki wouldn't be able to reach it on her own because if she gets zapped, if she can't go back in time, she'd be dead. That's instant death. And I don't think the culprit used Fubuki. I don't think Fubuki did it. Oh yeah, that is cute. The bot did reply.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte.
How?
In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
We didn't. We didn't need to do it, ever.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time.
But we never. I did it in one go. I did it in one go.
But while that was occurring, The culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapal. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
I didn't fail. I didn't fail. I did it in one go.
But
The game's lying.
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
No, I didn't. I did it in one go. I predicted the pattern.
Vivia,
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence.
Oh my god.
But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
Why?
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do?
What?
It's time to decide your past and your future.
What does Vivia want?
Why, Vivia?
I don't understand Vivia very well. Oh, this is cool. Vivia's a weirder and weirder. I don't understand Vivia's motivations for it. Toxic gas properties. Toxic gas is bacterial, so regular moths are ineffective against it. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread and death is certain. 3 stab wounds in the back, no injuries. Right after the blackout, the researcher witnessed a dark silhouette pass through the shadows. The researcher claims this must have been the hitman. I'm gonna just have this one on hand.
Let me ask you,
Oh no, I don't have his
how
protection
did the
anymore.
culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas has a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask.
Uh-huh. Takes 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain.
No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for.
Yep.
You die before reaching Weska.
Not true.
No one can get
True. You have 30 minutes. You have 30 whole minutes. Stinky Vivia.
if you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas, and no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it.
Nope.
You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
How desperate was this person to kill the doctor? Jesus.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit is...
Already dying.
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Yuma. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes.
I wouldn't say the world is shattering before my eyes. Like, oh no, the guy's dying? Like, huh?
Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Are they gonna, like, lead up to it being Yako or something?
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit.
It's gonna be Yako, isn't it?
And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is?
It's gonna be Yako, isn't it?
It's the hitman, right?
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city.
I can't imagine why it would be Yako, but that's the only reason why I could imagine that, like, us being reluctant.
No one wants the truth. Not even you!
I can't imagine us being particularly sad about any other outcome.
Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanai Ward, Amaterasu, they both belong to me!
Again, like, the Mystery Labyrinth's focusing on Yomi a lot, so it would make more sense for it to be Yomi, but, like, I don't get what the game's getting at with Yomi being, I mean, not Yomi, with Yuma, too many Y names, being reluctant.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas.
Not yet, necessarily.
But no one at the scene has died from poisoning.
Has it been 30 minutes yet?
If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
No fucking way. Oh my god, that picture with the quote unquote mysterious guy and that girl. That's like the mysterious guy that obviously wasn't Yako crossed out. And that scientist girl. Like, Yako was probably involved with, like, this lab at some point. He probably knows about the lab. He probably has a background with this case. And he was talking just earlier this case about, like, having someone in the past or something. It was absolutely Yako.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth?
He's gonna either he dies of poison or he dies of sudden dying of mystery solving. What's the difference is if we don't solve the mystery, he slowly dies of poison and the mystery isn't solved. If we solve the mystery, he dies suddenly and peacefully and the mystery is solved. Like, what do you want from me, Vivian?
Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
One guy that we are close to will die. Some Danganronpa levels of pain. I don't think I've ever really been in too much pain from a Danganronpa plot, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been, like, emotionally, like, attached to the characters like I am here. But I feel like the tone of these games kind of prevent too much actual, legitimate anguish to occur. It's like, no, I like that guy.
Your
Damn it.
deduction is wrong.
I don't think I've ever shed a tear
Don't
for a day.
disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating.
Even though I really like
Is
them.
this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
This, I'll expose the truth!
Okay, I did that on a whim.
The culprit misrepresented their death by using
The hitman, they stabbed himself or something.
the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Don't get me wrong, I am very upset by this.
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor.
I'm gonna feel the pain later when I'm like in bed, like scrolling through social media of like drawings depicting this case in a much more serious light and stuff like that. This game's too like jovial for me to feel the pain right now, but I'm still upset about it. If
They
that
were
makes
hired
sense.
to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All pain comes from doom scrolling.
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman did it?
Stop.
Why couldn't it have been you?
Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city!
Can we at least get a Yako mystery phantom, please? Can you go away? I don't want the tragedy of Yako's case being narrated by you. This is like the ultimate insult to Yako's character, to have you be the representative of his mystery.
There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Get out of here, please, right now.
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
It was Yako.
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come, Yuma. It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world.
It's not that big a deal. Like, yeah, losing Yako is like, it's like, it's pretty bad, but like, come on, man.
Knowing this, will you still expose the truth?
Duh! No good will come from covering it up, my man.
Show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth. Do it. If you want to burn the world down.
You're being very dramatic, Vivio. Very dramatic. We are already sad about this. What was it truly to the girl? Photo of a young man and woman. The woman is wearing a white cup of hip. She's researched. The man can't be recognized with the bloodstains. So if you guys are doing this because it's intimate victim was not trying to do. I'm guessing it's this.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a woman.
And I said this the moment we got the picture. That little bit of hair sticking out at the around the neck, and that little bit of hair at the top that we could see, that's Yako's hair color, and that's his hair shape.
That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
Well, for your second question, open your eyes.
It's...
No! Stop!
Ooh, Yomi, you better die from this. You better end up dying.
Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
Shut up.
I don't understand, but good luck, Master. I'm always by your side, haunting you.
Oh my god. What is that? What is the one on the right even labeled? Okay, it's Yako. It's even in the middle. Now give us a Yako Mystery Phantom, please, to replace this horrible one. Oh, okay. We're at the end, I guess.
Huh?
Oh, hey, Yako.
Chief. Yako.
It's the Hooded Man of Final Fantasy 16. I still need to play that. I only got past the prologue. I got all the Final Fantasy 7 stuff to play through too.
Huh? Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the chief was the hitman's target.
Who was the hitman?
But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit?
You're a little slow, Shinigami.
Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
Battle with Vivia. The anemic vampire is gonna throw questions at you back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults. Okay.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter. But no do it anyway.
Come on,
Because
man.
it's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat? Why would the chief send it if he was the killer?
I'm upset.
Answer me, Yuma.
Why?
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger, which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
I think he wanted to kill Yumi, maybe? Oop. No.
Chief couldn't have been thinking about that.
That's not what I meant to press. Oh, I'm in
But
the water.
the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers
Sorry
received
for being
it
a
too.
little quiet here. I'm trying to really
What was the
concentrate. I'm
point of
low on
that?
health.
Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
I don't know. It might have been to use the disguise ability. It wasn't that one.
Chief couldn't have
I
been
think it's the
thinking
first
about
one.
that.
I think it was the first one.
But the
Hurry up.
what is the truth behind it all?
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Hey, Raina. It's kind of a traumatic scene right now. Thank you. I took my sip.
Vivia.
How are you doing, Raina?
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Need
but
to
we
fix my
decided to
butt.
split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Who else would it have been? Wesker? Oh, it could have been Wesker. Ooh. Yeah, got it.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it.
I didn't remember that. I would have never came to that conclusion.
So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start.
Ah, that's right. Chief Yako knew that he would survive the electric thing because he knew about Fubuki's forte.
He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
Oh my god. Why? Why him out of all of them?
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber?
Shinigami, can you try a little bit harder to maintain the serious tone of the conversation?
That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all.
I guess this murder was a murder he really needed to do.
He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their fortes to commit murder.
I want to know why. Why did he commit this murder?
What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder!
He's not getting away with it, he's dying.
Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all!
No?
Master,
The
grab
last
that
guy
coward
was
and...
worse.
Enough!
Whoa. Bro's eyes are leaking.
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me! Or
Man.
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead.
Oh, are we gonna get
Master,
Mystery
watch out!
Phantom Yako? Oh. Oh. That's sad.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding, but that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant.
That was when Yako's surname was Coco Head? I doubt it.
He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
It's not gonna make much of a difference.
Eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this?
He's just gonna die horribly of poison gas and blood loss in the real world anyway, man.
After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die.
He's gonna die no matter what.
But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door.
Yeah.
Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
Well, duh. We can't get out of here if we don't. Yeah, what you said, Ray, we're still imprisoned if we don't.
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart.
I think Yako expects us to solve the case.
Now, I have to end his life?
You're just doing a mercy kill, man.
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see.
You just hiding from the truth, Vivia?
I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away.
Vivia, you're saying you could have intervened in this, like, early on? And you didn't do anything?
Exposing the truth won't save anyone.
It's still for the best.
Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue.
Sorry for my lack of commentary, guys. I've been absorbed.
If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the chief's soul called out to us?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too.
That's what I've been saying.
In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain.
That's what I'm saying, Vivia. You need to stop being so afraid of the truth, because no matter whether or not you want to believe in it, or no matter how much you want to ignore it, it's not going to stop being the truth. The best you can do is acknowledge it and move on despite it. Hello, Gomi. We're in a very climactic emotional moment of this game. If you don't want to be majorly for realsies spoiled for Master Detective Archive's rank code, like towards the end of the game, then I would suggest lurking. But if you're fine with the spoilsies, then continue on, and happy to have you here.
So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
Yeah.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything.
That's what I've been saying.
That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
You stop calculus for now, studying about tomorrow? Good. No more calculus. No calculus studying under my watch.
And trust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here.
Shit, it's past my bedtime. I couldn't sleep in the afternoon anyway. Don't worry. As soon as we're done with this, we'll close the stream.
In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high.
Yeah.
Because I, too, am a detective.
He's finally acting like one.
Vivia.
And he's not gonna remember any of this when he leaves.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Oh, this is sad. Here we go. The deduction denouement. Alright. Where is the secret lab located? Knife. Here we go. Death threat sent to the agency. And also repel. It was the intercom. Yeah. With Copperhead. What did the Copper use to give us security? Almost yeah. Oh. The thing was turned on my phone. Whose power was used in the plan? So now we have knife. Yep. And it was also sent to the peacekeepers. Decontamination wise. Think and healing spell. Focus. Then kill the culprit. Then who is the culprit? Yako. Mystery unraveled. Alright, get ready, everyone.
Step right up, step right up! Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ.
This is actually illustrated instead of just 3D models.
He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way.
No time for jokes.
Posing as a hitman,
Gary.
the culprit sent a death threat to the peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see,
How
the
do you get in
master
contact
detective's
with
presence
Fink?
at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all.
I don't
The
like
hitman
seeing
infiltrated the
detailed
lab exactly as
illustration,
planned.
Yasuhiko.
And we arrived with Makoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers.
Get that hyper-detailed Yasuhiko away from me right now.
With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
His whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
Don't call him that.
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
So did Yako consider that, or was that just a coincidence?
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. the culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding
sorry
place
about
in
the
the
mic.
airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
That goes pretty hard. That picture of Yako, that's pretty good.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas!
Didn't I say from like chapter 1 when Yako first appeared that the blood splatters on his jacket were like a pretty bad omen? I'm pretty sure I said something to do with that, right? Like I said, like, watch him be stabbed in the same place, there's blood on his jacket, or something like that. Didn't I say that from like episode 2? He didn't consider that, maybe, unless he knew about the doctor somehow. How ironic. I wouldn't call it irony, I'd call it more foreshadowing.
Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high voltage shocks!
Nope.
One wrong move, and it was instant death.
But we didn't make a wrong move, because I did it all in one go.
But thanks to that sheltered skank, we got all the continues we could want.
Except we didn't need any, because I did it all in one go. I wish the game would account for that. You know, give me a little congratulations.
So, we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result.
But they didn't experience any of the deaths. Those are
The camera
in all
feed
the
was
other
affected when the
timelines.
culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
But it didn't happen. I didn't experience that, because I did it in one go.
No use crying over spilt blood. On to the next thing!
I'm having a drink. I don't get to experience the whoa, what have I done of this realization, because I'm too good of a gamer.
Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's
I
lab,
just
Amapal had to
drank.
reach out
You're
his
gonna make
arm
me
and
need to
hit a
pee.
switch.
Yeah.
And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
That Yako goes hard too. I'm liking like assassin posing Yako.
Then the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman.
His glasses are like a big part of it. His glasses make it go hard.
Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered, but they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
Oh.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with a toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
An autopsy report would still bring up the gas. I feel like there wasn't too much point in that. If they were going to bring him to a hospital eventually, they'd do an autopsy on him and gas would come out of that. But okay.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities. They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
Why isn't blood falling out of him?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be,
I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot. Yako Furio! It was you!
Oh man. I'm sad. I don't want to let go of Yako. I want him to be here the whole game.
I will expose the truth! But why? Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Why isn't he talking to us? We need closure.
Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth. Start the shining rainbow, glorious stellar
Not the time for rainbows. It's not the time for a bello fresco grand finale. Huh? Oh. Oh. Mm. Okay, that touched me. That got me in the feelings. That was really sweet.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Fuzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought?
You telling me we killed Yako prematurely?
If so, we could just leave, right?
No, we still don't know why he did it. No, mysteries remain.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet. No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
I wonder if the other one leads to a band ending or something. But I hadn't saved yet. I didn't know if it auto-saved or not. I wasn't risking that.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered. For Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master!
Okay, barrel time. Dr. Wesker's pen pal? Dr. Wesker's
I can't wait.
Dr. Wesker's the doctor's notes?
You can do it, Master!
Information of Dr. I don't know. Maybe it's
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
eat this one. What was the thing that proved Dr. Wesker's betrayal?
Made it in the nick of time.
I don't know.
You can do it, Master.
I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Motive? I don't know what it is. Last checkpoint, I guess. Is this the last checkpoint? Please let it be. Please, 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 please. Okay, it is. Alright. Okay, you know what? We're stopping here. we are stopping right there. We are going to continue that later. There's probably not that much left of the labyrinth to go. But you know what? I think the stream's been long enough, and I think we got through a pretty reasonable milestone. Thanks for stream, Nova. No worries. Next stream from me, I won't be here for the next collab stream because I will be on a ghost tour. So I won't be with the gang this Saturday, and I don't think Ninja will be there either because he's moving. So I think it'll be just Dog on that day. But maybe if I come back, I'll put on a movie. Maybe. I don't know. And then throughout all of October, I'll be playing horror games. I might throw this game on, like once or twice during October if I feel like it. Probably won't. I'm gonna try and stick to horror games throughout October, and we're also gonna be watching lots of horror movies throughout October. I have quite a few queued up. I'm gonna try and like keep it like at least 2 horror movies a week. I'll always let you guys know like in advance, like earlier in the day when a horror movie will take place at night. It'll always be at like 8 p.m. So if I stream the following like few hours, they won't collide or anything. Yeah, I might let you know what movies I plan. Probably won't though. I'll probably keep it a surprise. But yes, thank you everyone so much for coming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.